want to smile, you hop inside of a 4C. Enough said. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where I'm super excited today. Now, I'm at Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach, and behind me, if you can't tell in the distance, is a 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C. Now, if you go through my catalog of 800 plus videos, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Ferrari on my channel, you'll probably see about a handful, maybe 10 or less Alfa Romeo 4C videos, and maybe 5 of those or 4 of those are actual reviews. I have yet to actually drive the Alfa Romeo 4C. That's how rare it is. Alfa Romeo stopped making the Alfa Romeo 4C Coupe in 2019. The 2020 model year is only made for the Spider. Now you have the Tipo Stradale for the 2020 model year, or you can go spec one out. But with that said, these are now discontinued for good until Alfa Romeo comes up with something, make something new for the Alfa Romeo brand that puts a new 2-door coupe in the lineup. So this is where it's at right here, the Alfa Romeo 4C Coupe, and this is actually one that is going to be sold here. Yes, I know normally when you see the videos, they're not full reviews, they're actually of the Alfa Romeo 4Cs that are in service that, that don't belong to the actual dealership. This one's being sold. Now, speaking of being sold, again, shout out to Eric Hurd. He put me onto this, got the car nice and cleaned up. Black with pollen is not a great mix, so he cleaned up the car for us. So make sure you guys hit him up. If you guys are looking to get in this 4C, we'll tell you the specs, we'll take it for a drive, and we will tell you the price during the duration of the video. So let's get right to it. Enough chatter. This is the Alfa Romeo 4C. Now, as I just mentioned, we never do videos, full review videos on the 4C because normally the vehicles that are here that I get on camera are service vehicles, but again, this one is being sold here at Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach, and I'm lucky enough to get a hold of it before it goes through inspection and before it gets out on the lot. So with that said, I want to take you guys for a quick tour of it. You can see the exterior, interior, know some things about it if you aren't already familiar. All right, hear it rev up, hear it start, take it for a quick drive, and just let you know what the experience is like for the Alfa Romeo 4C. So with that said, let's talk about the specs. Let's get technical here. All right, so this is a 1.7 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. This puts out 237 horsepower at 258 pound-feet of torque for this engine. Now, it's not always all about the push, all right? It's about the weight. This thing only weighs 2,487 pounds for the curb weight. Now, with that said, you do get a mile per gallon fuel economy of 24 in the city, 34 on the highway, and 28 combined for your fuel economy. And then what about cargo? Well, you do have a little bit of cargo space, not a ton, but it's there. So 3.7 cubic feet of cargo space for this model specifically. And I mean, it's a small car. We already know that. The wheelbase is 93.7 inches. So it's not going to have a lot to work with when it comes to room, but that's not exactly why you get this, not for grand touring. Now that I got a couple of technicals out of the way, while we're in the engine cargo bay kind of setup here, a couple of things I want to show you. First off, this is your tire inflate and tow hook and everything like that, all set up in one. Now, you can unzip it here, and I shouldn't have tried to do this with one hand. Oh boy. What have you done? All right, here we go. See the tow hook? All right, screwdriver, everything there. And then underneath, tire inflate kit. All right, so you do have that there. And what the nice thing about this is since it's not, kind of fastened down back here at least, there's Velcro straps on the back, so it can really fit anywhere that it Velcros down to. Even on the bottom here, it will Velcro, and you see it's pulling this up here, but it will Velcro down to everything, and it will go right there. So that's something cool to kind of keep, just in mind once you're using this. Also, this is your manual release for the trunk as well. With that said, if you go over to the fuel cap here, something that's just kind of really cool. Look at that, the serpent right there, the Alfa Romeo insignia. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but it is here. The insignia is over the filler cap there for the fuel. So that's really cool. Just a nice little touch that you just don't normally notice unless you're able to open one of these up. So as far as the exterior goes, a nice, shiny, glossy Nero, all right? Gloss black finish, and what you're used to from the Alfa Romeo 4C, like carbon fiber bezels in the headlight bezels here with the 4C script right inside. Just another great detail for this car. Alfa Romeo insignia up front. All right, very old school as far as the colorway goes. Obviously, Scudetto grille. All right, you're used to that. And the grills on the side to feed through the radiator. I mean, everything is pretty simple and straightforward. Now, you do have, for this Alfa Romeo 4C, carbon fiber mirrors as well. All right, but this does not have the full carbon fiber package on it, all right, which would include a lot of other things. And you do have the carbon fiber side here as well, all right, to feed through, but you do not have that on the other side. I know I brought this up before, but they only have this on one side of the Alfa Romeo, all right, for the feed through. And this one is done in carbon fiber. Also have your feed throughs right there on the rear quarters. I mean, this car, the styling, the design of it, the curvature is really Italian flavor at its best. And it's really one of those things that's just hard to look away from. It's a testament to its design and this design language and the Alfa Romeo DNA and heritage and passion. Now, you're used to these wheels, all right, 5-hole wheels here. Now, you do have a different style, obviously, than the Giulias and Stelvios, but nonetheless, Alfa Romeo signature 5-hole wheels done in a dark finish, all right. You do have the red calipers with white script, and you do have the drill rotors as well with the older Alfa Romeo insignia in the middle. Pirelli P0 tires, because you know the Italians love to roll with that, and US spec. Yeah, we got the ugly amber reflectors there. So yeah, US. Yeah, what can you do? Same with the turn signal on the side here. You see the amber color there as well. All right, so again, US stuff, you know, US things, you know, things we can't get over. You can see that this car is tinted, so you get that black on black feel. So it looks really good, looks really stealthy, really sinister. Coming to the rear, big Alfa Romeo 4C tails. You're used to seeing those. I mean, just bam, bam, big circles. I mean, nothing more to it. Alfa Romeo insignia done large and in charge in the back. All right, rear diffuser. All right, with the feed through grill, all right, actual grill there, and your center exhaust feeds right there in the center. All right, you have the reflectors right there on the side, all right, to keep everything nice and safe. And other than that, that's it. It's simple, no badging, no nothing. You'll notice that these right here, the cooling vents are actually done in red. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that is an option or if that was an aftermarket thing. Again, with it being a used vehicle, you never know. So I don't know if you guys want to, you know, fact check all that. But what do you guys think about the red kind of extraction vents for this Alfa Romeo 4C? Like, do you like it? Does it look cool to you? I'm not sure if I like it. I think I would have went with black just to keep everything black on the car. You know, I mean, but that's me. They're there. I had to shout them out. Now, how can you guys forget this key? Very Italian, right? I mean, this is the flip-up key that Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati had back in the day as well. So, same thing with this 2015 model. Then you have your unlock and lock buttons. But yeah, very Italian key. We're just gonna flip that in because it's already unlocked. I just want to show you that key fob there. All right, and then once we go inside, here we are. Nero and Rosso, all right? Rosso in the stitching and Nero all throughout. Now, this is a very simple stripped down, kind of like race car. And the biggest feature, the most sought after feature, the most unique feature that the Alfa Romeo 4C had was this carbon fiber monocoque. All right, so everything here is carbon fiber. You're sitting in a carbon fiber tub. That's how you explain it. All of this carbon fiber, the backing, behind the seats, carbon fiber. I mean, this whole thing done in carbon, and that is so cool. I mean, the cool factor on that just bumps up so much to have a car like that, because that's where the weight reduction comes from. Door panel, they made super simple. I mean, Nero leather, Rosso stitching, a strap, all right, to pull your door in, all right, a handle to open your door up, and a speaker. That's it. No window switches or anything here. They are inside of the car, obviously. And then you can see, and I'm going to do this from out here just because I have a little bit more room, but we will get inside. So you do have your Nero seats, all right, these bucket seats. You do have the Rosso stitching, and you have the Rosso stitch headrest, which looks really nice. Now, with that said, a lot of this stuff in here is manual because, again, you know, lightweight. You got to take away all the actuators and motors to make things lightweight. So you do see the aluminum pedals all the way down there. All right. You do see the e-brake there. I mean, hey, electric parking brakes, more weight. All right. Keep it raw, keep it simple. All right. Then we step inside. I tried to do a video on this a couple of years ago on how to get in and out of an Alfa Romeo 4C. For this, it's tough. I mean, it depends on how tall you are, how nimble you are, flexible you are. Butt first is normally the best way. So, butt first, okay? Sit your butt down in the seat and then lift your legs over that carbon fiber tub and you're inside. Now getting out isn't as graceful, but you can do the vice versa, you know, as far as your operations once you go to get out. Now with that said, let's start this up because it is 90 degrees here in Florida and your boy, if you can't tell, I'm burning up. About to pass out, guys. All right, so key in the ignition, put on the brake. There we go. It's gonna give us some annoying Italian beeps. All right, so I probably should close the door just in case. Now with that said, it does have a check engine light on, so you guys will see that, but they're gonna get that checked out. It's something very simple because the car has been out and it drives fine, so I think they're just gonna remap everything, look over the computers and see what it is. Now with that said, big steering wheel here. I mean, this thing is chunky. This is a chunky one. I mean, look at it. It's crazy. Flat bottom, all right, Nero leather, and an Alfa Romeo insignia right dead front and center with your horns right here on the sides. This is not a horn. That's not a horn. Your horn's here. All right, so there you go. With that said, there are no buttons or anything on this. Again, this is super simple, super stripped down. Even the paddle shifters are steering wheel mounted. You know, a lot of the Alphas these days, column mounted, steering wheel mounted for the 4C. All right, and then your speedo here, or your odometer, or whatever you want to call it, TFT screen, it's all right here in the center. Everything is here. Obviously, your lights are going to come on the side here, so you can see my seat belt's not on, and the emergency brake is on, obviously, because we do not want to roll. So with that said, you will see the mileage on it is 24,960. All right, just under 25,000 miles for this 5 or now 6-year-old vehicle. All right, but then you see all of our readings here, the time. You can see how hot it is outside. You can see our fuel. You can see our mileage for the trip. Everything like that, speedo, our drive mode. So it's super simple, digital, right in the center, and I mean, it keeps everything in check. But 25,000 miles pretty much on this vehicle. Now with that said, this is the part that dates the car the most, the Alpine radio faceplate. Now I know you guys aren't as old as me, but growing up back in the day, we used to put these detachable faceplates on our cars. All right, there was a button where you press like on the side and you could take it off and you put it in your pocket when you go with you so nobody would steal it. I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact radio, you know, I think in one of my friend's cars back in 2005, 2004. So this is definitely a very old setup for the radio. Again, it's a stripped out race car. It's not supposed to really have a radio. They were just like, let's put this in here just for some excitement, some enjoyment when you're driving it on a day-to-day. If you drive it for the weekend, it's a weekend warrior, you know, you have something. So they gave you something just to shut you up. But really, it's not about this radio, it's about the driving experience. Now you do have your toggles here, which is really cool because it feels like plane switches. Like if you're on an airplane and you're just like, turn the AC off, turn the AC on, lock the car. Like, it's just really cool. You also have your HVAC controls down here as well. Super simple knobs there. I mean, it's nice to design how they have it floating, which is really cool. But again, it's there to help out with things. But again, this car is not supposed to be that, you know, practical in a sense. Now let's go down to the control panel here, all right, where you have your drive modes, all right, first, neutral, rear, and your manual automatic mode there, all right, for your drive selections. Your hazard button there, your DNA drive modes, you guys know what that is, all right. So dynamic will obviously be your most aggressive driving mode, all right. Natural, or you know, N is everyday driving, and A, advanced efficiency, is your most fuel economy mode, most economic mode there. And then you're probably wondering what this does, right? Well, it doesn't give you much instruction. It just looks like a flower or something like that. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. But this is just the center set here. What you really want to do is move this to the left, and that is going to control your left side view mirror, all right? So these are your arrows to adjust your mirrors. And then for the right, adjust your passenger rear view mirror. So that's what that's for. But with that said, they don't explain that much. It's just, it doesn't even show you know, a window mirror or anything kind of logo or, you know, any kind of graphic. It's just, you know what to do with that. Now these are your window controls actually. Remember I said that there isn't really much on the door. Well, that's because window controls are here. All right, so with that said, they just keep it simple. Everything you need right here in the center. All right, little kind of, I don't want to say cubby space, but a little space for anything that you need to put there. all right, and then your parking brake, all right, old school, you guys know about that. A very small Italian espresso cup holder, all right, but a bigger one right up top here. And in the middle between everything, you do have a nice little pouch you can store important documents in, because this does not have a glove box, guys. Don't think that this has a glove box. This does not. So with that said, that is the stowage that you have for the Alfa Romeo 4C right there. That's it. That's all you need. And then obviously behind, that is where all the loving is, right there. Now that is just perfect, but your visibility, not so much. So make sure you're careful driving around in this, because you know you want to be able to keep it in one piece. But with that said, looking at all of this, the 4C on the carpet, all right, the aluminum plates, the carbon fiber monocoque, this is just so cool. I mean, this feels like a little mini spaceship. And I know I kind of grazed over everything, but I don't want to do too much talking. We got to hear this thing. We got to drive this thing. So let's check it out. I'm ashamed to admit, I've never driven an Alfa Romeo 4C. Now, that means that this is going to be a little bit more tame than that Quadrifoglio video from 2 days ago where I was ripping on that in race mode. You know, obviously I want to get used to the car and the feel of it. I mean, already I can tell with the seats. You know, I'm bolstered in. It's sitting on a carbon fiber monocoque, so it's going to be a little bit of a bumpier ride for a sense. You know, I think that with the engine in the back, the experience and everything is just going to be on another level. So I'm excited. I just wanted to take you guys along for the ride for my first time and do an actual 4C review. So put on the brake, obviously out of neutral. All right, we're going to be in the regular drive mode there. So I pressed 1 and it's in auto. All right, so we'll start off with auto and we'll just kind of cruise. Now, if you guys didn't know, the 4C does not have power steering. You got to bring this bad boy back. All right, so it's stripped out, it's racy, it's real raw. Okay, this is one of the rawest things you can do is drive one of these cars and get the full experience of, you know, what it's like to drive a car that's meant for, you know, taking around corners on a track. So with that said, this is as close as you're gonna get. You can see I'm pulling the wheel back and forth, and it's quite bizarre because, you know, I'm not used to it, you know, the tug, the resistance of turning the wheel, but here we are. So that already sounds good. Holy crap. We're in automatic mode. I'm just really right now getting it out of the dealership premises so we can take it out. So if you're wondering why I'm going at such a slow pace, I'm going around a bunch of inventory. But man, the steering is crazy. So I will put it in manual mode because I want to bang on these gears a little bit. But again, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to enjoy my time here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here, guys. This is so cool. Man, sitting so low to the ground, this is this is great. All right, here we go. Gate up. I love hearing that in the back. 4C owners, if you're watching this, do you ever get tired of it? Does that ever get old for you? Because it already does it for me. Oh, I love it already. I love it already. This is cool, man. And you know, knowing how cool it looks on the outside as well, and then getting that same kind of feeling driving it, you know, it's a high feeling. Man, I wish I had more to say right now at the moment, but I'm cruising and enjoying this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it with me. You hear that? blow off. Oh, this person just looked at me as I drove by, and he turned and just stopped and looked around. That's the looks at this. This is a 6-year-old car. All right, this is a 6-year-old car that's very affordable, and that's the look it gives people, and it will give them that every time, that look and feeling. And it just it's hard to buy stuff like that these days, man. Okay, here's this lady. Let's see if she looks. Oh, she looks worried. Yeah, she looks worried. Oh man, that is intoxicating. You guys might be thinking I'm over exaggerating. You guys might think that I'm just like doing it for the show. No, that sounds awesome. You can't not agree how cool that sounds. Listen to this. Man, I'm not even, that's about 3,500 RPMs when it does that. I'm gonna put it in manual mode in a second, and we'll go from there and see what it's like. But all right, you guys ready? We're in manual. All right, start off in second gear. Oh yeah. Did you hear that? Why didn't anybody tell me that 4Cs did this? Holy crap. I'm not even pushing it. You know, it's just insane. Man, I couldn't just drive this as a weekend car. No way. I'm going to shut up in a second, guys. I'm just taking it all in. I'm going to shut up in a second, and you guys are going to be able to just enjoy it. But what? I probably look so goofy and so silly. I'm laughing and smiling at this thing, but it's just dope. It is dope. It took this long for me to drive a freaking 4C, and I'm mad at myself for it because I've been missing out big time. Here we go. Try not to talk. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I mean, I know what to say, but I'm just gonna ramble and ramble on and not enjoy. So for the rest of everything else, it's definitely a stiff ride. So, I mean, as to be expected, again, you can't expect a lot of practicality out of this car. That's not why you buy it. But I could enjoy this every day. Now for long rides, I wouldn't do this over 3 hours. I mean, I wouldn't do the sport seats in the Giulia Stelvio for over 4 hours. I've driven 3.5 hours in them, and I was starting to feel it a little bit. But with that said, this does fare pretty well for this little short drive. But I can definitely see the long drive being very tiring, especially with the small size. I'd have to get out and stretch and do a couple things. But now, guys, I wasn't going fast one bit. I can tell you I was going a lot faster in the quad. I wasn't going fast, but it felt, again, the driving experience, it felt like I was soaring at light speed with Han Solo and Chewbacca. Okay, so like, it definitely has that perception of speed that makes you feel like you're flying. All right, so to compare it, the Giulias and Stelvios, the 2.0s, not the quad, feels like you're floating on air, all right, and you're going a lot faster than it feels. This, it feels like you're going a lot faster than you actually are. Those, you're actually going fast, but it feels like you're going slow. So you decide what you want. This is incredible. Guys, I've been missing out. Now, I do want a Giulia Quadrifoglio, but after driving this thing, man, like, can I pick me up a nice 4C in the future? Like, I don't know, man. If I could be able to afford 2 cars, you know, something I want for a daily and this for a weekend warrior, all day long when the weekend warrior for this is cool. This is cool. Weekend warrior, you don't need all the creature comforts. You need to go out and enjoy a drive, put the windows down, relax, chill, really just enjoy the experience of the car. All right, now for the rest of the cars, it's your commuter to work and all that stuff. You know, that's the real workhorse. This is your fun machine. This is your, just when you want to smile, you hop inside of a 4C. Enough said. Yeah, I'm over the moon. Oh man, I'm over the moon. Hopefully you guys have stuck with me this long. If you did, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on this journey with me in this 4C. Again, it's taken me this long to drive it. It's just so hard to come by that when we did have them, we didn't drive them. And now that we have a used one here, I'm able to take it out for a couple of miles and share with you guys my excitement on having a vehicle like this. And I couldn't be happier. One more time for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the back. Anybody that's in the market for a very lovely looking 4C, well, you're wondering what's it going to cost you to get for a 2015 with 25,000 miles on it. Well, it's going to be $45,990. So with that said, what do you guys think about the price of this Alfa Romeo 4C with 25,000 miles on it? This thing is pretty impeccable. It looks great, and really, it's really sought after because there's not a lot of them just floating around at dealerships, and we rarely get them. And I think they're going to be a hot commodity because we're not getting any more 4Cs for the foreseeable future. Was that a pun? For the foreseeable future? All right, guys, I'm natural born comedian. I can't wait for my stand-up. But with that said, what do you guys think? $45,990 for this 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C. Now shout out to Eric again and his help for making us relive the passion that came from the Alfa Romeo 4C. This is something that Alfa is missing right now in the lineup. They need a two-door coupe, and this is to remind us how fun they actually are. Now with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed this 4C coupe, let me know down in the comments below, but give the video a big thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion. This 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C coupe. Now with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, you can also check it out, the links down below, where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, for my Cash App, and for my Venmo, just in case you guys want to help support your boy. Throw a couple extra dollars at me, or check out the Patreon, be a monthly subscriber there as well. Now I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. See everything I'm posting, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and make sure you guys check out the merch. We get t-shirts, tank tops, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, everything Ron's Rise. Now, you guys make sure you subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.